Go. And welcome to episode 386 of the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. I'm Sean.
And I'm Ian, and this is the only podcast that says.
Oh, come on.
Part of the show. It's my favorite part of the whole evening. We've been on tour since March, and I have no better time anytime than right now, because I get to go sit down, have myself a nice cold one, and listen to the greatest rock and roll guitar player in the world, Mr. Eddie Van Halen.
Little introduction there by the great Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of my soul hurt on Tuesday. The passing of the great Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. That's rough.
It is. He was only 65.
Yeah.
But I guess he had throat and tongue cancer.
Yeah.
And what sucks, what absolutely sucks is apparently, like I watched Howard Stern released a video of him talking about Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
And because in the 80s and 90s they were actually very close. And it's a really nice tribute to Howard talking about Eddie. But then he mentions that he's talked to Sammy and he wanted to get Sammy on the show, and Sammy said he wouldn't do it, but he told him, he's like, something that nobody knows and we've kept it quiet for obvious reasons, and that's that we had been talking since January. So Sammy and Eddie had kind of mended that fence.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because Eddie knew the end was near.
Yeah.
Or what, but it makes me happy that, like, they mended that fence. And I hope he mended it with Michael Anthony as well. Because I know I watched a thing where Sammy and Michael Anthony, I guess it's Sammy Hagar's birthday week. And he traditionally would put on a show down at Cabo. But obviously with COVID-19, they couldn't do this. They were trying to do something. I got on Catalina Island, of all places. Yeah. For the Catalina wine mixer, and but they were both talking about Eddie, and like you could see, like Michael, like they were both hurt. Like even though like both guys were fired by the Van Halen brothers, they were both still like. Because Michael Anthony had been with that band from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like, we're gonna bring in Wolfgang to replace you.
Yeah.
Which sucked. But then they were showing like they were doing like a thing, and they were trying to do Right Here, Right Now, and Michael Anthony had a hard time playing the song.
Really?
Yeah. So. But, for me, personally, like, I don't think I'm making it. I don't think I'm overstating by one iota when I say Eddie Van Halen is one of, if not quite possibly, the greatest guitarists of all time.
Yeah.
If he's not at least top 5, like for me, he's probably number 2. Like there's Jimmy Page and there's Eddie Van Halen, but I will understand like other people will rank other guitarists higher. But if you're telling me that Eddie Van Halen is not in your top 5, I've got to say there's something wrong with your top 5.
Yeah.
And from the time I was a kid listening to Van Halen, Van Halen's probably my second or third favorite band of all time. Like there's Zeppelin, there's Queen, and then there's Van Halen.
Yeah.
You know, and I had the privilege of seeing them play live one time. You know,
Yeah.
that was in 1993, and it was amazing. Like it was like one of those things like you when you see a band like that, it's awe-inspiring. And it's one of those things where, like, for me, the passing of Eddie Van Halen, one of the all-time greats, is one of those moments that just it kind of, it's like, you know, when Prince passed away or when David Bowie passed away. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to defend Eddie Van Halen as a human being, but as an on-stage performer, he was one of the all-time greats. He was amazing to watch, and he innovated. Thank you, Ahsoka. He innovated guitar playing. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he completely changed how guitarists approached the instrument.
Right.
You know, so rest in peace. I'm sure you're playing right now with a smoke hanging out of the neck of your guitar.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah. And like I'll never forget when we played, like as a joke. I mean, because you know, Anna and Bree are talented musicians. There's no doubt about it. And you know, they can learn music very quickly. Like when you play them something, like, you know, they listen to it 2, 3, 4 times. The next thing you know, they're playing it. You know, like I made the joke to them. Okay, I want to hear one of you pick up on this, and I played Eruption for them, and they like I think it was Bree was just like looking at me like, "Are you fucking nuts?" Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. And relatively young, you know.
Yeah, 65.
Yeah. So. Anyway,
how are you, sir?
I'm sleepy.
You are. You look sleepy.
Yeah, I was sleeping.
So you just woke up about 10 minutes ago.
I know.
And we're recording
Sorry.
Friday at 11:41. So.
Yeah. I'm going to the mountains tomorrow. So.
Are you?
Yeah. I was gonna do it there, but I don't know about service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You going down to see Lisa's dad, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down
A couple days.
down to the West Virginia mountainside.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But I'm going down early. I'm going down tomorrow, and they're going down the next day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how long you staying down there? Just a couple of days.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just a quick getaway.
Yeah.
It's been earned. I said it's been earned.
Yeah. You gonna do some fishing?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway. All right. Ugh. Wake up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I've had nothing going on.
No?
No, not really.
How's the cat doing?
Oh my. There is definitely a the stairs have become a demilitarized zone. Like Ahsoka lives upstairs and Sabine lives downstairs.
Really?
Yeah. Like and like, I you know, again, I mean, it's only been a week since we've gotten Sabine. But you know, I mean, they both have to adapt to having another cat, you know. Sabine is very vocal. Like it's almost like her bark is more terrifying than her bite.
Yeah.
Because like she'll see Ahsoka and she'll hiss and she'll growl, but that's about the extent of it. They've chased each other a couple of times, but for the most part, it's been they just kind of stare at each other down, up and down the steps and show each other displeasure, and that's about it.
Uh-huh.
Now Ahsoka has gotten adventurous. Like, right, she's down here right now. I'm down in the kitchen. Sabine's in the living room. So if Sabine comes into this kitchen, you'll probably hear, probably have to pause the show because you'll hear some cat fight action, which might get us a few listens.
Right.
But it's just a matter of time. It's like I told Nancy, it's just gonna take time. I mean, they just gotta learn to get along with each other.
Yeah.
And Ahsoka, like, in all honesty, other than like having Dritz confined to one room, Ahsoka has basically for a year ruled this roost.
Right.
So now having to share the space with another cat is off-putting, and I'm sure for Sabine, I don't know what her situation was. But I mean, I know she was an outdoor cat for a little bit of time. So I'm sure there's a trust level that she does not have yet, and that's gonna have to be earned. So this is gonna be time. But it is funny. It's like the stairs are like this line of demarcation, like this demilitarized zone. No man's land where neither of them kind of dwell.
Yeah.
One doesn't come upstairs, one doesn't go down. Well, Ahsoka comes downstairs because she's a bit sassy, but like Sabine very rarely goes upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She came up. I know she's been up twice. Once it was like Nancy was at work and I'm upstairs working in the office. And I'm sitting there and I was doing something and I look and I see her little head peeking around the corner, and I was like, hi. And she just kind of looked at me like, okay. And kind of like disappeared. Like I always saw her head and her head just kind of disappeared. I assume she went back downstairs. Yeah. And then I guess the other day she came into Nancy's bedroom and Ahsoka was there and all hell broke loose and so like I told Nancy, I'm like, before you know it, they're going to be probably, best chums causing all sorts of horse shit around this house, and we're going to be longing for the days where, they hated each other's guts and refused to be in each other's presence.
Right.
Yeah,
Who knows? They might turn around.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no doubt it's just gonna take a month or two. Like it's not something gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in a week, So like I was prepared for that. Like Nancy was kind of hoping like it would only be a few days and then it started being chummy, and I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna happen, So
where does the other one sleep?
Sabine sleeps on the couch. Got a stack of blankets. She likes laying on blankets.
Okay.
Like I'll come down in the morning, I'll sit on the couch, I'll throw stuff on the TV, and she'll just lay on those blankets and relax. She likes to be covered, so like you cover her up while she's sleeping. She enjoys that, So
yeah,
that's her kind of deal. And then Ahsoka sleeps in the office on the chair, or she goes in Nancy's bedroom and sleeps there.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. So